here's the problem with my medicine cabinet. You see this door starting to come apart up here. So I will show you how to fix that. The rest of it's in pretty good shape. It's just that corner there, which obviously is bringing some stress down to this corner down here. We'll get it fixed up. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the screws on the door side of the hinge, these two and those two right there, and take the door off carefully so that it doesn't fall apart on me. As you can see, it's really close to failing up there. So let me get that done and then we'll move to the next step. Well, I'm going to go ahead and take this cabinet door apart. I've already taken it off the hinges, so it's just sitting out here. The problem with it is it's so big. It's such a long door that the weight of itself has pulled apart these joints across here. I'm going to fix them so that they don't do that anymore. What I've got to get started, trusty 16-ounce S-wing hammer, and a block of wood. So I'm gonna go ahead and just lay this on here like this, and then I'm gonna knock on it a little bit. Go ahead and take that joint all the way apart, both sides. That one came easily. Now you can see it's a real nice dowel situation they've got there. They've got a couple of holes, dowels fit in there. Problem is, it was not well glued. So I'm gonna glue it up properly today, show you how that is. And then this thing should hold together much better than it ever did. You can see that they've got a couple spots where they've got glue right there and right there. See that? A little bit of glue in there. That's just not really enough to hold it all together. A little bit of glue across here as well, you can see there. But we're gonna do better than that. Now the glue I'll be using today is Gorilla Glue. It's just, it's a pretty darn good glue. I've been using it around my spread here lately, and I'm pretty happy with it. So what I'm gonna do here, I'll go ahead and see if I can get that dowel out of there. No, can't really get the dowel out of where they are. So wherever the dowel is not, is where the glue is gonna go. So in other words, I'll be putting glue in this hole, and then see these two already have the dowels in, so I'll be putting the glue in the corresponding holes down here. Watch me do that for a moment. Get that out of the way. And I'll show you how we'll clamp it up to keep it going nicely. Sorry for the bad camera work here, but this is just kind of a quick little job. Not that big of a deal. Get this thing done. I think you get an idea of what I'm doing. So there we go. Now, since they had some glue in here in a couple of spots, I might as well go ahead and drop a couple more drops of glue in there, just to at least mimic what they had done before, keep things nice and straight like that. And I'm gonna go ahead and drop the glue right in the exact same spots that they had it. Now that, along with what I've done here at the joints, should make it work nicely. Just gonna gently get her in there. There we go. Take my block again, and I can wrap it gently with my hammer on the ends, just to get it in there a little bit better. And then what I'm gonna do now is I've got a couple of pipe clamps. They're behind the camera right there. I'll just bring them over here, show you what they look like, and we'll set them up right here on this table. It's just such a nice day out today that I decided I would do this out of doors. So let me go ahead and grab those, set those up, and I'll kind of show you what the arrangement looks like. One moment. The pipe clamp, you buy your own pipe, like so. But what you'll get in the kit will be a set of these. This here is the part that clamps in. It screws on the end of a threaded pipe. On the other end goes and it just adjusts up and down the length of the pipe as you need. This stack of I don't know what you call them. They're just stacks of plates, whatever, and have a spring in there. But when you push against them, it won't go until you release the pressure like so and allow it to move up and down. So I will go ahead and adjust those to about where I need them, and then I'll lay them on the table. So all you do is just put it like so, and just lay that up to where it's touching the material that you want. In this case, I'm also going to use a couple of blocks on there so that I don't leave orange marks or any dents or anything like that. The pressure that I put on this will be spread across the length of the block. It reminds me, I only brought 3 blocks over here. I need 2 more. Oh, 1 more. Snug in the joint so that the glue will hold it where it needs to go. And I'm not going terribly hard. I don't want to warp anything, break anything, get anything out of true or square. Let me show you what the finished product looks like. All right, so that's the finished product. There's the finished product. Got a clamp, that part of the clamp. Got the block in there to protect the wood, the door that I'm looking at right there. And I'm just snugged up easy. It's just finger tight. Same thing on the other side. And that's what the whole thing looks like when you're done. Let's see. Just like so. I'll find a link for these babies. If you don't have a set of those, that's something you're going to want to have, because a lot of people don't have clamps that are 4, 5, 6, or even 10 feet long. But with the length of the pipe that you determine how long you want, you can have a pipe clamp as long as you like. These ones here are about 6 feet, I believe, which gives you a chance to work on all sorts of material that are longer than you would otherwise have. So that'll be fine. I'll go put it back on my cabinet tomorrow after it's got about 24 hours to dry out here. The glue has had plenty of time to set up now. So I'm going to go ahead and install it up there. You see that? I've kept it real nice clean there, except for right there. That'll wipe off. But on the front side of it, which is where I was more concerned, you can see I kept it nice and clean. So I've just got 4 little screws I need to put in, and I'll do that by using my little Porter cable impact driver. Makes things go quick and easy. I guess I'll drop a link for that in the description if you need one of those. I highly recommend having one. So anyway, a couple tips around this. I always start at the top when I'm screwing things together, a door or something like this. If you do it at the bottom and you lose your grip at all, you can end up having the whole weight of that door leveraged against the work that you're doing, and it will mess it up. It'll just pull it right out. So anyway, it's a little bit difficult to get this thing on here because it's big. I only got the 2 hands attached to my 2 arms. So I'm trying to wrestle it up in here, and I'm not having the easiest time with it. Problem is, I probably should have taken the hinges apart. That's a way to do it. Oh, there we go. That's what I needed to do. Pro tip. Swing the door in a little bit. That hinge can fit into its socket. I'll show you what kind of socket we're talking about here in a moment. And then it does better. Gives you the right angle on it. Now I'm just screwing that in. Just snug. Not complete yet. There we go. I'll close that one out in a little bit like that. Now that one screw up there, it's giving me a 3rd arm because it's holding it up at the top. I'm still supporting it here at the bottom. I don't have to worry about it as much because it'll hold. Get the second one screwed in. One at the bottom, see? Now I can let go. Let me show you what that looks like. Put in a screw here. And put that one on, and up at the top. There we go. I have not tightened that one down yet, so let me do that. Get
another screw started here. Oops. Sorry about the janky camera angles. I'm trying to do one thing with one hand and be my cameraman with the other hand. That's why they hire professional cameramen when they're doing movies and stuff. You just gotta concentrate on the one thing, not everything. But that's not me. I'm just doing what I can here. All right, that's up. Obviously, I'll need to wipe this all off because it's dusty from being outside. Oh, goodness. That's a hideous shirt, isn't it? Thought you'd like it. Well, I'm just fixing up to go out for the evening. But I wanted to remind you, keep in mind your cow bees. Be serious. You be silly too. But above all, be erudite.